something going on in this group. There's one couple in the group of couples that is like seen as leader, the leading couple of the cursed coven. I don't know what is this exactly, but there's something going on, be revealed. You could have been connected to one of these individuals that is a part of this group. I feel, chosen one, you distant yourself from this person, and there's something going on in the group. They may be under judgment. This individual who belonged to the group, who also belonged to, who is a partner of one of these couples, this individual is trying to come back towards you because there's something that is going with the group. They are under judgment. What for? We'll break it down. And what spirit wants you to know. Concerning this individual that you may have been connected and it may have not been known to you that they are a part of some sort of group of weirdos. That's what it's given. That's what it's given. I don't know. I'm gonna straighten it up for you. What's going on and what spirit wants you to know, chosen one? I'm seeing a side hustle, long distance, truth revealed and side hustle. So I feel like this group collaborate on some way that a way like they get money or they get ahead or anything of that sort. So you could be a target by this single individual whom you knew or know of. But there is some changing taking place, right? What's going on with this? What's this whole group about? It feels like a little bit organized, but it doesn't feel on a large scale. This is a group of people in the community, in your neighborhood, in your town, in your state, or it could be someone you just know of that operate in this small group of couples and they are on weird shit. Maybe they wanted you to participate in it. Maybe you told them hell no. Or you showed hell no by distancing yourself. You don't do you don't indulge in you don't belong. You're a divine being, you don't belong to group, organization, coven, cult, polyamorous, cursed coven, side hustle, third party. These things are not for you, divine beings. And you establish clear boundaries with individuals that you know. What's going on with this sex cult, this group? Why are you bringing up the group? They must have some sort of allegiance. Quagmire. They're in a quagmire. They're in some sort of a quagmire. Entrapment. They come together to entrap people. This group of people feel trapped or set up by the main couple, Gift, reward, sinner. This is a group of people who set up or entrapped people to receive some sort of reward or incentive. This could be more importantly a witchy vibe, that close to you. and they may be relevant. You know, they're part of some sort of organization and of group, and they receive some sort of incentive in trapping people, intuition. It's culty. It is culty. You may have somebody, a witchy vibe close to you that you consider consider of a part of a cult. I don't know if you knew that, but now you know that. You know, they set up people for their spiritual gifts, or they receive. They have to entrap people to receive, to move up the ranks in spiritual gifts. This witchy vibe have some sort of a guilt or remorse. This witchy vibe seen as a part of the leadership of this group, or they regret following the leadership of this group. Regret, guilt, and remorse. Yes. Tell me more about this group spirit. Unconditional love. They are committed to this cult, a part of the allegiance that they have with each other is that the group comes before family, before friends. Nobody is off the chopping board for entrapment if it is the betterment for the group, which is yucky shit, scary and yucky, you know. فكري حالهم حلفاء أطلسي intellectual thieves, you know, polyamorous, as I call it, sex cult, third party, cursed coven, you know, cocktail مخلوط, you know, they are coupled, but there is another some sort. Or this is just intellectual property. Money. This is how they make money. Yes. Yes. Finance blockages. This is how they steal. Does not have necessarily to be money, energy, and in which they create intellectual property with, or they create tangible resources with. Shit. You know? The head couple, what's going on with the head couple? Because I feel like this head couple is in some sort of isolation. This whole shenanigan they have going on here very possibly has collapsed. Yes, this allegiance. Let me tell you, anything built on stolen energy will collapse. You know, this couple, the head couple, is in some sort of isolation. Or this witchy vibe is isolated from this group. Fear. Something hit their ass. Something hit it. This witchy vibe sitting in guilt and remorse, you know, and this couple is sitting in some sort of something hit their ass. Isolation. Abandonment. Alone. Fear. What they are fearing, دخلك. Spirit, what they are fearing. See, you have Mars feeling attacking. I look at Aries as, among other things, it means when it comes to astrology, and the energy is different. Aries in energies is astrology warrior and Mars as a warfare. That's how I look at it. Someone is an Aries in this couple, this witchy vibe, and there's something at war, fighting. This is the quagmire. This is the quagmire. I'm hearing that the trap they laid is the trap they have now ensnared in. Tell us more about this couple's spirit. It landed in long, distant, truth-revealed side hustle. Long distance, truth-revealed side hustle. Something feel from over here to over there, What we're gonna see? Corruption, bribe, corrosion. They might be under some sort of investigation. They've been seen as corrupt. Something definitely is warring. I feel something. It could be investigation in the earth, but I feel it's more spiritual. They've been recompensed for the entrapment that they laid for others, and the truth is coming about them. This is a cult who works some sort of chaos magic. That chaos magic backfired. Tell us more, spirit. Lover. What is this love? Who is this lover? What is this coming for? The couple. The lover is coming for the couple. Illusionist. This is one of the people who are a part of the lead coupleship of this couple. Maybe someone that you have been connected to in the past, and this individual wanted to come back towards you and have some sort of illusion for the purpose of doing energy work. Yes, because something unexpectedly taking place and you have a Libra behind it. See, you could be a Libra, or they coming back to victimize. You may have dealt with a lot of challenges and you have overcome a lot of things because of this individual or this one particular person that you once knew, and you might not know that they were part of this shenanigan that is going on with these others. So you've been healing, and I love it. If you've been healing, I love it. You're a single individual coming towards the collective. Tell us more about this person. What? Because this person could be Sagittarius. You could be Sagittarius. This is a charlatan on the quagmire. In a quagmire, charlatan also coming back to you to help them out of the quagmire. I don't know, it's financially or energetically, or it could be both, honestly. Charlatan, deception, deceptive trickster, fraud, shahata, yes, what is an individual one? They want your spiritual gifts. They want your spiritual gift. Yes. You're independent, intelligent, fearless, strong, and mysterious. And you have a heifer. They want to put you in an energy of scarcity. When you knew this person before, you had to overcome, and you're seen with somebody who is definitely has overcome and healed a lot. You're very fearless, very strong. You're like a silent killer. You didn't talk about what you went through in details because maybe you're saving it for later. But that doesn't mean that you wouldn't. But you broke off. You broke off, and now you know about the group and you know about everything, details, you're on the positive thing of shit, and that what does matter, as long as they are not bothering, playing, clowning, or attacking, you will not speak anything about these people, آخر همك والخير. Right? But if not, الحساب التاني. Yes, you could have been apart and moved away, apart without knowing, That doesn't have to be the case for everyone because it's not gonna be, They want to put you in scarcity because you have knowledge. You have some knowledge about what took place behind those closed doors. The binding they do, the bad habits, the karmic energies, the traps they set. I feel like you also, not the case, you also have the knowledge that this person doesn't want to come towards you for the purposes of attaching themselves to you or creating some toxic cord. This person have karmic energy, karmic debit. You, the victim. Moving away from this whole group was a blessing. You have balanced your energies. See, when you move away from wicked individuals, which is warlords, your life will balance. When you stick, your life force will be sucked. Financial blockages have been balanced for you. I feel like they want to come lay a trap to get that energy from you, some sort of emotional manipulation. Cult مهم, cult very قوي كتير, very powerful. One of the most feared couple on earth, cult on earth. عارف كيف؟ They operate in confusion, deception, and illusion. عارف كيف؟ And who operate on this كيف؟ بيكون كتير coward when you are the truth. Like make that happen, Captain. Show me how that can happen, Captain. Show me that. How can it happen, Captain? Without you being cloned. كنت cloned. انتوا بالكم بالكلون. بس for not you being a clown in the public eye, messing with the chosen one, thinking you can do such a thing. And don't you think you're under a judgment for doing such a thing for others? You came for who's divinely protected, dummy? You came for the divine? Oh, Hadanda. Your spirit team is seriously shutting shit down as it relates to anybody coming back toward you from this group, this individual. That is a no. The game's over. The energy has also different. You moved up a rank. In the nicest way possible. See, I'm gonna give you an advice. If you listen to readers, there's a lot of good readers and bad readers on the YouTube. But I'm gonna let you know how to listen to reader. Any reader talk about people from the past coming back to your life, that's a bullshit, cancel, unsubscribe, not interested, Just coming from the past. For an individual, if you are seeking individuality, divinity, your own spiritual journey, your independency, you're seeking to live like a high honored person on the yellow brick road path, الطريق الصحيح towards elevation and to evolve, something that nobody can stop or snatch it from you, no matter what they do, and no matter how many through, that's past, lesson, karmic lesson. That's why You go up and you see others, they still at the same place if not going down. Because they never learn. بيضل فسيح عبد الحليم بالخفيط يتزقزق. عارف كيف؟ You know, any reader or any prophet or seer or anybody, I'm telling you how to know them from each other. Anything that talk about past coming to, you know, and you are closing karmic cycles and jumping timelines, that's a bullshit. سكر طفي ما عادش تحضر. You know, your spiritual essence is not even the same as it was in other experience, on the lived experience before on earth, حتى, in the other reincarnation. The essence that you are experiencing now, you chosen one, has not been with you, لا in the past, when you knew these people, ولا in the other reincarnation. So the plot, you know, past knowledgeable. They don't know the new knowledgeable of you. They to disempower you or to, you know, they have no idea that you have the power to shut shit down. You know, معهمش خبر. Yeah, you know, they could be reached out from computer, email, messages, technology. Yes. this one. They test the water. Can you clarify the witchy vibe? You know, bring your ass over here. Wait, witchy vibe, bring your ass over here. Let me to tell you, Tom. Let me to tell you, you have a witchy vibe كبرت for this COVID. You know, see, this witchy vibe, she's not a bad person, but the one she followed and the one that she allowed to be in her life is what fucking think up. You know, instead of looking at you and trying to work with them to ensnare and plot on you, look at you. What did elevate you? You know, do the same, Dani. You know, or get out of these couples, or groups, or ranks, or cults. You know, these are cursed. Those are combines that their ancestors, you know. Their ancestors are like, I'm sure, you know, like, you know, get shamed from them, you know, a barrel of the wings, you know, crabs in the bucket wings, you know, homie, get your own wings, you know, get your own wings. If I can do it, anybody can do it, you know, we're not better than anyone, but you need to know. You know, like mind your own business and cut for that. Or you know, you're much more powerful than you can in every dimension. You know, what's a witch, a warlock to a goblin in front of a groom, of a chosen one? You know, like you can be much more better than what they ever introduced to you. Spell work, black magic, and curses. What the fuck is that? That's you're going to hell. You know, you and your whole bloodline is going to hell. I'm telling you straightforward. You know, copycats, you know, that's you know, that's moral exhaustion. You want access what? You want access to a person, to his enemy. You can have access to the most high God, to the source, yo. شو بدي بطبوش وفوفو لولو ودستني swap. ما you have yours, you know, go and activate it. Go look what it is, look your purpose, you know. Like pay your karmic debits, get out of that karmic cycles, change your life, make it change, you know, like make it change, stop plotting on people. You're wicked, you know. Stop being wicked, you know. It won't get you anywhere. If you have been going something in the past years, chosen ones, you know, past years. You know, we gave advices to the karmics, even though they don't listen. That's all what they know. You know, for the first time we're giving advices to the karmics. But let's go back to the chosen ones. If you're going for years, You know, if you've been going through something that seems extraordinary, not regular shit that happens it only happens in the chosen one's life. You know, it seems all abnormal. This is the source. This woman, من غير ما نسميها ونقول قديش قريبين ليها, is the source of the spell work, is the source of the black magic, is the source of the curse and the hex. هونيك المنبع. This person, this woman is the source, you know? You know? She's a liar. And somebody could have asked, you know, see, could have asked. I'm a type of a person. I don't ask questions if I don't have the answers. And if it happened with you and you ask, and anybody replied as no, this was a lie. You know, this was a lie. You know? Anyway, people are free to live their life the way they want. But leave other people alone that they don't want to be a part, and that you don't outrank to plot on them. You know? Like, they will harm you. You know? Like, don't make good people, you know, nice looking, gullible, naive, whatever you call them. Don't test their dark side. Because when it comes to their life, you know, they don't play about it. You know, when the Most High God says enough, شفهم أو شفة, chosen one, مش رح يقصر. He have the authority and the power to do so. So, ضبطوا حالكم باحترام, and احفظوا ماء الوجه. You know, أحسن لكم. Yes, it's not, I'm not threatening, but it is a threat. Have a nice day, and I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope it helped somebody out there to get inspired, to be something different than this. Yes, one thing about karmics and evil people, that they inspire you not to be the same. Confirmation.